Alright guys, welcome back to Underdog Painting, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how I went about painting the Korsagi Nightguard for Curse City box set. Now you get two of these models in the box and they are fairly big, but hopefully the techniques I show you here will just get them on the tabletop pretty quick, pretty easy, with amazing effects. Alright guys, grab your paint brushes, your paints, and most importantly your models, and let's get painting. Boosh! So all the models from Curse City are actually push fit, so you don't need to glue them. I have, but that's just something I like to do. But once we've built it, sprayed it with black, any black will do, we're just going to go over and paint the largest part of the model, which is the big trench coat that he's wearing. So I wasn't too sure again on what colour to do this, I didn't want to go with a box art, but then I ended up going with the box art, so just corn red all over the trench coat. Now it doesn't matter if you get any other details on the model because they are going to be painted over. So once we've done that, then what we're going to do is go on to the fur that's on the model. So he's got like fur around his hat, and he's got some fur that's like a collar of the coat. So what we're doing is painting these with some Steel Legion drab. Once that's done, we're going to get some Rhinox hide and we're just going to base coat in the boots. Now this is quite a dark brown anyway, and we're going to wash the model so it'll become even darker. But yeah, just paint the boots Rhinox hide. I forgot to mention as well, we do paint the belt just to break up that red colour. We just paint that with Rhinox hide as well. But just be a bit careful when you're doing this so you don't get it onto the red. If you do, it's not a big problem. We just go back with the corn red and tidy up. Once we've done that, we now go ahead and paint the cuffs of the coat. So I wanted to just be a dark grey, so I used Eshin Grey. This seemed to be a bit watery already, so this did need about 3 or 4 coats. It was a bit weird. I've never known it be like that before. So now we're just going to be painting the metallics. So we've got two like shoulder guard pauldron things in the shape of a wolf's head. And we're just going to paint these with Rune Lord brass. I didn't want them to do be gold as such, because I thought if I painted them like Liberator Gold or Retributor Armour or whatever the gold's called these days, it'll be just too bright. I wanted these to be kind of dark and dingy models. These are supposed to be like zombie henchman kind of thing, and I was wondering, what colour should I do the skin, so I didn't want to do it like a creamy coloured, so I looked through my paints and I found the auric skin colour which they brought out when the Krull Boys came out, and I thought that is just the perfect colour in my opinion. So again, this is quite watery, so 2 or 3 coats of this all over the hands, his face. Just obviously be a bit careful when you go near small details. You don't want to clog them up. So take your time and paint these details in. So now we're going to be painting the axe handle, and we're just going to do this with Mornfang Brown. We could have done it with Rhinox hide, but we wanted to change the brown colours basically. We didn't want the same colours all over, because dark brown was supposed to be for leather, so lighter brown for the wood. But again, we are going to wash it, so it will darken it down anyway. So next up, we're just going to be painting the silver part. So we just get some iron hand steel, again a lighter silver, and we're just going to do the axe handle, axe handle, the axe head, sorry, the axe blades, the belt buckle. This model's holding a set of keys, so we're going to paint them as well, and also his metal spiky hat. Again, just be a little bit careful when you're painting these keys because we don't want to get the silver over the red or on the green hands. But if you do, we just tidy back up with the colours that we went over. So once it's all washed with Agrax Earthshade, just to give it that dirty appearance, what we're going to do is just dry brush over some of the details. So we're doing the collar and the hat. We're going to go over that with a Zandri dust just to give it a little bit of highlight there. And at this point, it doesn't matter if we went over the red with the Zandri dust because we are going to be painting over the red coat anyway. So now we're going to work on the coat itself, and you've probably seen me do this many times on the channel. But what we do is just thin down the corn red, so the base colour that we already used, and we just thin it down to an ink-like consistency. So maybe like 3 parts water or 1 part paint, and we just paint that in the centre of all the panels. And when it dries, this actually does give off quite a nice like transition, leaving the recesses all nice and dark and the flatter edges brighter. So then what we do next is we get a bit of Mephiston red, and again we water this down quite a lot, so again 3 parts water, 1 part paint, and we just paint maybe a quarter of the way up the coat just to give it that little transition. So what we're doing now is just going to edge highlight this grey. So as you can see, it's gone a lot darker with the wash, which is kind of what we want, but what we're going to do is just highlight it back up. So we get a bit of Mechanica standard grey, and we just go around some of the edges. You don't have to do all of them, but just some that will catch the light or where you think a highlight should be. If you don't know where it should be, literally just do all the edges. We are going to be highlighting the hands. So basically all we're going to do is just go back with Auric Flesh and just paint in the knuckles, leaving that recess again so we get some dark greens and then light green highlights. But don't forget, we're just using the same colour but just with the wash in the recesses. So when you come close to all the other details, just be a little bit careful that you don't knock them and get paint on parts that you don't want. So now we're just going to highlight the leather belts and boots, and we just get some Mournfang brown, and we just do little scratchy marks all over. It just looks like distressed leather, or a very quick and easy way of doing it. On to the final little touches now, and what we're going to do is just add some rust effect to the blade, because obviously it's not going to be nice and clean, so we just get some riser rust and a little crappy brush, because this will wreck your paints, and you basically just dry brush it. I do apologise for the camera quality there. But yeah, once you've done that and painted the teeth and stuff like that with a bit of Rakarth flesh, that is your model done. So let's go take a look. So there we go, guys, that is the Korsagi Nightguard all painted up. So you obviously get 2 of these, so I did paint the other one off camera. I will show you the other one. There it is there. Exact same techniques as what I used in this video is what I did for them. But yeah, very happy with how these turned out. Nice, quick and easy, making that red look kind of distressed and manky looking. And obviously that nice green skin as well with the new Auric Flesh paint, that GW release with the new Krull Boys. Works quite nice on this scheme, I think. But yeah, leave your comments down below how you think this has turned out, what you do differently, what you like about it, all that type of stuff. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel, really does help the channel out. And also go over to Facebook if you haven't already and become a member of Underdog Painting Hobby Hangouts. I will leave a link in the description below. Alright guys, I will see you all on the next one so we can paint some more miniatures.